Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Ion Radio. I'm Ken, and with me once again is Derek Schultz, also known as Karneck, joining me. Derek, welcome once again to the channel. Great to have you back.
Ken, thank you so much for having me back on Ion Radio. I honestly can't ever get enough of your face. It was so great seeing you at Adepticon this year. I wish, like I kept telling everyone, I just wish I had more time to actually socialize and be around and be with people. But thank you so much for having me on. I'm excited because we're going to be talking about a passion project of mine for once, instead of about other people's passion project. I mean, Armada in general is a passion product for me, but this is my thing, mine.
It is. It's a self-contained little thing that you got to create, and I would love to hear all about Golden State Games 2023. This is going to be hard for me to get through, Derek, but I'm going to let you start off.
Perfect. Well, for Golden Skating Games, Golden State Games. So last year, for those that came, this is a new thing. We managed to get a qualifier, and when I say me, I should say that I'm part of a team. Like, I didn't get all this myself. My co-league coordinator, Daryl McMillan, has been instrumental in communicating and getting things started. And then I found out about it because, I'm on the West Coast. I'm like, hey, how can I help out? And I was on board in this process. And since then, we've just really have started working really well together. Last year, with the event being in Antioch, we got a lot of feedback about we definitely need to make steps to make Golden State Games better. It was a world qualifier event, which was great. Again, it was local to the region. It really brought in a lot of players, but we knew that we really needed to do better for next year. So for Golden State Games this year, we've moved it up out of the November timeframe because that was a confliction with family holidays and things coming up. And we know that with school and things, again, being that time of year for travel. And so we moved it to end of September. We are going to be in South San Francisco. We are 10 minutes away from the airport. If you going north, we're going to be at an elite venue. It's called Foundry and Lux, and it is down near the bay, and it is surrounded by hotels. It is a very walkable area. There's going to be parking for the event as well for anyone who wants to drive in. But again, we're encouraging people that if you do want to fly in, super easy to get to the event. We do have another world qualifier kit that has been granted to us by Atomic Mass Games. I really want to say thank you to Atomic Mass Games for giving us another opportunity to host another world qualifier. And we have a world qualifier for X-Wing, Legion, and Armada. So our initial openings for these games is Legion has been set to 40, Armada has been set to 40, and X-Wing was set to 80 tickets. Within a span of 2 weeks of opening up, Armada practically almost sold out. We are looking at trying to find ways to increase that cap from 40 to maybe 44, 46, depending. We don't want to make Armada too big because then part of it is just we have considerations of other venue space and how making everything all fit, which has been fun for me. But for Legion, there are definitely still plenty of Legion tickets left. We're actually kind of surprised. Normally, that's something that gets sold out real fast up front. Mainly the feedback that I've heard is people are lazy and they're just they wanted to wait until after Gen Con. X-Wing is about half sold out. So no matter what game that you're wanting to come and play, there's still list seating, there's tickets, there's going to be wait lists available as well. And even if something sells out and you're on the wait list, we will make sure that we are being active in our communication to you about your realistic chances about being able to come to the event, about what we're going to try to do to make sure that you're able to get there. Because I know for some other places where that kind of feedback where it's oh, I'm on the wait list, but I don't even know if I can even get into the event. Should I spend all this money to travel and still try to attend? Know that we're going to try to make sure we're reaching out to people who are on the wait list and give them realistic turnaround time on that. For Otherwise, for the event, we will have Shatterpoint demos available as well. They're going to be provided by our sponsor store, Gamescape San Francisco. They partners with us last year. They're doing it again this year. They're technically the everyone the ones getting the kit, like the head honchos, but they've handed off most responsibility to myself and Dylan for the actual nitty gritty details. But they will be on site. They also will be having their store venue on site again, like they had last year. So for the Foundry and Lux, we scroll down here to some of the pictures, and I know it's going to look small on here, but when you get the link, you can go and look at yourself. This venue is a giant venue. It's high class. It's got tons of tables, chairs. It even has a bowling alley. Not that that's going to be active while we're playing our games, but if you are planning to come to a Friday night, we do have a special Star Wars Friday night cantina party. We are going to be, which we are offering a special promotion for as well. I'm going to drag this over here. So typically our tickets we've been selling right now for an early bird, which has been $65. So we have priced our tickets at $75. We said, you know what? We're going to slash that. We're going to take $10 off to try to encourage people to sign up. It's going to be at $65. We also been handing out discount codes, $5, $10, sometimes $25, depending on like if you've been going to any like store championships for either Legion or X-Wing, or in some cases where Armada has been holding championships with the promise from AMG that they're going to get their kits to hand out the prizes from that. We've been throwing $25 off discounts at whoever was in second place. Like, hey, this person got their world invite, but if you want potentially a world invite and free travel, here's $25 off. Come check out our event in Golden State Games. For this Cantina special, though, we've knocked the price another $10 off. So it's $55 to get into the event. And then if you want to pay, again, that $35, it's a total of $90. It's going to be a big price tag maybe for some folks that jump out at. But you're getting the Cantina party, which is Friday night, and that's going to run for about 4 hours. That will include a free beverage. That's going to include a meal or some hors d'oeuvres, and you're going to have access to tables where you can either play like Armada or Legion or X-Wing. There's 1 or 2 other surprises that we have that not quite. It's kind of like you show up to the event. We've got some prizes and things there for folks. So I really feel like for $90, this is a really good value, if nothing else, that for our event, something that we also do a little differently than some other conventions. Because, and I don't harp on anyone who does it this way. I'm just saying we do it a little differently. For most events that you go to, you're not only paying just to even get in the door to convention, 50, 60, $70 sometimes for a ticket just to get in. And then you're paying $25, $30 just to even play in the event that you want to play in. So the event ticket for Golden State Games, if you're getting just the event ticket, whether that be $65 or later when we raise that price back up to the full $75, that is being able to play not only on Saturday in the main World Qualifier Day 1 events. You also obviously get free progression to Day 2 if you qualify. But for anyone who does not qualify for Day 2, you get a free event on us. And that will have prizes that are provided by Golden State Games. It's not provided by Atomic Mass Games. I should say that the main events, the World Qualifier kits, they are World Qualifiers from Atomic Mass Games. You'll be getting prizes from those. We have some additional event-focused prizing that we will also hand out to our attendees. But anyone coming back to play on Day 2 gets into a free event with more additional prizes. Everyone is going to walk away with something. So for these Day 2s, it's not just only the top 1 or 2 people get something. There's participation prizes both days. So we're really trying to give great value and encourage people to do the reason why they're here in the first place: play games with their friends. One thing that we are going to be handing out to everyone who attends at Golden State Games is we've created some challenge coins. Or I say we, it definitely wasn't me. This is courtesy of some of the X-Wing guys. So this is the prototype image of a challenge coin that we're creating for Golden State Games. I think they look great. We have 200 coins that we've ordered, which we feel should be sufficient for how many people are going to be showing up. Because we also going to want to hand these out to other people who've been assisting us, whether it be staff, volunteers, or people at the venues and hotels that we're working with. Or so these coins, I'm just really excited to get these in players' hands and to see in person. Some other things that we've been trying to do as well to get people to attend Golden State games is we've worked really hard on getting discounts, whether that be from several hotels. Like I'm happy to say that Larkspur Landing, which is like hotel suites. This isn't owned by any major franchise that I'm aware of. It's locally owned and operated. They're giving you a 20% discount, and that includes free parking. That includes free Wi-Fi, complimentary services, other amenities that they have. We've got their discount code there. And that lady, she was super sweet. She was super excited to hear and to talk about what it is that we're doing. If you're not wanting that, if you're wanting more of like a regular hotel, we were able to partner with AC Hotels Marriott in South San Francisco, and they're also offering a discount for their rooms. They also have an in their hotel, which is 5 minutes, like not even 5 minute walk. It's like just across the street from the venue. And the Larkspur venue, you can also easily walk to Golden State games from. That's about a 10-minute walk. But the Marriott Hotel, again, they were super excited for wanting to work with us, and they Foundry and Lux hold so many events there that they have a really good relationship there. So we're excited to work with them moving into the future. We hopefully everything goes well and we can come back next year. So please, anyone, clean up after yourselves and don't wreck anything. And for our final discount, if you're flying in, we have a United Airlines discount as well. So we're really trying every which way to save money and to get folks out here. I don't know. Was that too much, Ken, or is that about enough information?
I mean, that's plenty of information, Derek. So I'm going to kind of recap some of that for everyone because that's a big information drop. Now, the link to this entire packet is in the video description. So, of course, if you want to take a look at this, download it, check it out, you can get to it pretty quick. But to recap, Derek and his team have managed to put together several discounts with hotels, with some airfare. I believe you said United Airlines. Is going to be doing that. You've got these nifty challenge coins. I really want one because they just look cool. And I mean, what better thing to do than to walk into a bar at Golden State games and just next year slap down your challenge coin and see who doesn't have one, and then they could buy everyone a drink. That's how that works, right?
I think so. I'm on board with this.
So am I. So we're gonna have to work on this one for 2024. And then that cantina party sounds like it's a lot of fun. Also, great way to start off the event on a Friday night. Now, there was an image that looked like there was some stormtroopers there. Are you going to be at the cantina party as Director Karneck?
I will be dressing up. Yes, I will be hosting this event. So unfortunately, Daryl, not to reveal too much information, it's their personal life. They were going to be attending this year, but unfortunately, that's not going to happen due to some medical reasons, and they are super bummed about it. So they are excited that that's going to be continuing. They are still working on getting some additional. Like I said, there's so much going on. I don't want to ruin all the surprises, but they have some ideas and things that they're working with. We're hoping, if nothing else, it's a fun, good time. And if you show up and it's not, please just give us feedback about it, because we want to try to have this be a reoccurring deal where you come in the day before, you hang out with your friends, you talk about who's going to wallop on who, and then we actually see who gets walloped.
Well, that's half the fun of playing games, though, especially in a tournament and competitive environment. Such as Golden State games or any of your big events, and that it's fun to play with your friends. And anytime you get to do that, and it sounds like the Foundry and Lux is a great hotel to have these events at. Sounds like you have a lot of space to run X-Wing, Armada, Legion. I mean, those are your big three. You're going to have some Shatterpoint demos going on into the side. You got a lot going on here at the end of September, Derek.
Yeah, we're very excited that, again, we listened to the feedback we got last year about the event location, venue, food options. This year we have a map that actually shows where things are. You can obviously order Uber. It's very easy for Uber and DoorDash and everyone to get into that area as well. So we're really just trying to provide just an excellent experience. And for for future events, nothing that I can quite reveal. Just know that we're excited to try to bring more game systems to Golden State Games moving to the future. We have been in conversations about acquiring more venue space in that same area, very close by, and we're hopefully we can expand. But again, our focus is what's in front of us and making sure that Golden State Games is going to be an event people are going to want to come back to year after year.
Well, I'm kind of excited for this, Derek. I'm really curious to see how well it does. So I'm going to have you back on the channel to talk about how Golden State Games 2023 does turn out. So we'll do that later in the year. And I'm really looking forward to about this time next year, we're going to be talking about Golden State Games 2024.
Absolutely. And I forgot one last thing. Besides the link that we're going to give you for the packet to obviously go buy your tickets and things, we're going to throw you some discount codes. You can use these codes. It's going to be $10 off. So it doesn't matter if you want to use it for Armada or for X-Wing or Legion. Do you have a buddy? Does somebody want to come along that plays any of those 3 games? Tell them about the discount code, because if the codes go unused, it just means that we didn't try hard enough to get these into players' hands. So we're really trying to get all these codes out into people who want to come attend.
So those discount codes, guys, are right there on the screen. Write those suckers down. Go ahead and use them, because there's still tickets and space available for most of the games. Armada sounds like it's pretty much full out, but maybe a couple more will get sold out. So we'll see. You never know. Take your chance. Get on that wait list. Like Derek said, he's going to be happy to keep in contact with you guys. And it sounds like, from everything I've heard about Golden State Games 2022, it was a big success. So I'm really excited to see how big this one gets. And then definitely really getting excited for next year as well.
Awesome. Well, Ken, do you have any other questions for me or about Golden State Games?
All right. So Derek, before you go, I do have one final question, and that is the World Qualifier kits. Everyone wants to know what's in those boxes. Can you actually share that with us?
Yeah, that's already in our event packet, but let me screen share this again and blow this up. So we have pictures that were given to us by Atomic Mass Games. This is we are absolutely allowed to share this with everyone. So in the World Qualifier kits for X-Wing, these are all the images of almost all the prizes. As they said in their announcements for each game, there might be some slight variation compared to what they've promised, compared to what they're actually able to get, or if they're able to get something else to put in there, they will. So, but by and large, for the alternate art cards, this seems like this is what's going to be provided for X-Wing. So huge variety there across all of the factions. They are going to be offering some templates and some tokens and things. I'm not an X-Wing player. I can't even begin to tell you what all that is or what it means. For Armada, we're actually getting some pretty interested. We're getting essentially like Clone Wars, like officer cards for like the defense. Like, I think that's a neat idea. I'll be perfectly honest. Like, I love seeing like Clone Wars or just different alternate faction takes on officer cards we already have or otherwise. Like that skilled first officer for the Galactic Civil, or is that Republic or Separatist? I can't tell what that officer.
Yeah.
Oh, look, that's for Republic, but and again, boarding troopers, the clone commandos there, and so for Armada, more images here. What else you're going to be able to get, and then for Legion, same deal is that there's going to be some more cards and things you can collect. And for the Legion, that was like the one that actually I don't have the most information on, because even AMG is like, we're still not quite 100% sure what all is going into this kit. But do know that whatever AMG is providing, Golden State Games has reached out to acquire other objects and items to also provide players. Nothing I can show or advertise, because that would be breaking a license agreement that we have with Atomic Mass Games. Just know that when you show up in that, when we're handing out prizes, just know that yes, there are additional items beyond what you're seeing here.
That is great. This is good stuff. I'm excited. I like that Anakin with 2 lightsabers here for Legion. Ewoks. The alt art with the different officers in Armada is outstanding. And the one thing that stood out to me with X-Wing, Yoda. I mean, who doesn't want to have a Yoda? I mean, he's just kick butt, right? So Derek, thank you so much for once again joining me on Ion Radio, having an opportunity to talk about Golden State games. Hey, I got it this time. I really wish you the best of success with this event that's coming up in just a few short, actually, a month and a half. You're probably only 6, 7 weeks away.
Yeah, it's coming up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like yeah, 7, it's like 6, 7 weeks. Yep.
So a lot to do ahead of time, but I'm sure everyone's going to enjoy all the hard work you and your team put into it.
Thank you, Ken. And we are excited to share the outcome with you in the future.
Great. All right, everyone. Check out Golden State Games. The links down below. It's also on the screen right now, so you could try to click it. It's not going to work. But thanks again to Derek for joining us. All right, everyone. Until next time, I'm Ken.
And I'm Derek.
This is Ion Radio.